Hello, my name is Safar Noha, and I'm currently a sophomore in high school at Spencerville Adventist Academy in Burtonsville, Maryland. And yeah, I'm really excited to join this program because research has always been a passion of mine and it's something I've always wanted to expand on. But as of now, it's quite hard to find research programs that are as accessible and provide some of the research that you do in such like a low price and way that's more accessible to people, especially me who's Nigerian American and comes from a low income family, that provides us with the ability to be part of a community that helps support us and helps us to thrive. So if you know anything about me, I'm someone who likes collecting all sorts of hobbies and finding new ways to improve upon my skills because it's something that it makes me feel fulfilled and always makes me feel accomplished. So throughout the years, I've accumulated a lot of hobbies, and some of my most profound or the hobbies that I spend the most time on include language learning. Currently, I am working towards learning Spanish, French, Latin, and my native language, Igbo. And another one of my favorite hobbies is reading. And this can come in a lot of forms. Typically, I like reading articles, especially from the New Yorker, the Paris Review, things like that. I also find joy reading research articles. I know to some people it may seem boring or just like, why would you want to do that? But to me, I think it's a great way of understanding the world through a scientific lens. Most of the time, I spend my time reading about articles that interest me or delve into fields that I'm very interested in. Currently, I've spent most of my time reading research articles and psychology articles on a wide variety of topics, whether it's like the psychology of mental health, how color impacts sleep, or anything. And another one of my hobbies is volunteering. I spend a lot of time going to outreach programs. Currently, I volunteer with my mom at her organization, which promotes awareness against opioids and opioid abuse. And we work with Maryland State to help people who may be battling, drug addictions. And we provide outreach, resources, supplies that may assist people who are going through those type of things. Working on team projects is something I've had, experience in over the past couple of years, and I think I've grown to be better at, and I've provided myself with the skills that make it a lot easier for me to do it in a way that's very efficient. As of now, my classes, sophomore class secretary, and with this position, I believe I've learned to work with people a lot better. Even though the year's only just begun, I feel that from the past couple meetings we have, I've been able to talk to people and work with people a lot better and in a way that helps the school thrive. As of current last week, we had our school's first school fundraiser for our sophomore class, and I helped with organizing the posters, providing, information, giving out emails to students, and just overall trying to help make it so that this thing ultimately works in the best way it can. And I feel like when it comes to being a team worker, I always try my best to be the supportive role. I might help people do the tedious things that maybe they just don't want to do, like finding images or finding resources and stuff that might just be a little annoying to handle. And I like to do those things because what I've seen is that it helps the overall group drive as a whole. So I think it's very important to offer assistance anytime you can. So yeah. I believe despite the program's very fast-paced nature, I think I'm equipped with the skills to handle that. Of course, time management has always been something I've found ways to improve and sharpen my skills at, to the point where I think it's very like almost impenetrable. Typically, I use things like Google Calendar, to-do list, like all over my room with like sticky notes and everything as a way to make sure I keep track and do things on time and do things in a timely manner. And not only that, I also try to work with communicating. So for example, for projects due maybe next week, I might ask what the typical time frame for something like that might be. And I always try to work ahead no matter what. And even if something is due in 2 days, I'll work on it on day one. And if I can, I will make sure to finish it. So, I feel like I'm very prepared for this program, and that even if I'm required to do things that might need to be done very quickly and like snappy, I think I'll be able to handle that. And especially when I'm working with a team, I feel like I can do things almost immediately, and it's very like helpful for me to be part of a group that will also support me and make it so that it's easier to me to do my job. So, through STEMmed, my ultimate goal is to improve my overall knowledge of research as a whole. And despite reading research and typically understand some of the process of it, I still don't really have the skills to conduct it and do it in a way that is professional and at the level I want it to be. And I also want to be part of a community that helps support me with my goals and ambitions, while also receiving guidance from mentors who are professionals at their fields that can help me every step of the way. Ultimately, my goal is to become a neurologist and help people who may be suffering from mental illnesses, neuro disorders, and many things in that overall spectrum. So, yeah, I'm really happy to do this application, and I really hope that you consider me, as I'm very passionate